Hey YouTube, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. I know I look a little drawn. Uh, I have not been getting a lot of sleep, a lot of food, a lot of normal things. I've been on the road pretty much solid since the 5th of July, and I am ready to get home, which I should be doing tomorrow, yeah, willing. Um, One of the things I did was I got to go to the Preparedness Expo in Arlington, Texas, and this was held in conjunction with a big Glenn Beck to do. I guess there were tens of thousands of people from all over the country who came to see Glenn Beck. Yeah, whatever. I don't have a TV. I know who he is. I kind of know what he's into, but not really. I am definitely no Glenn Beck expert. But anyway, there were a lot of Glenn Beck people there, and so they had this Preparedness Expo hoping to draw in a lot of those people. And I may have met some of you there. I know we got some new users based on that. And I kind of wanted to talk about that, some ideas, thoughts, feelings I had that came out of that. And let me just describe it to you a little bit. There were probably, I could be oversimplifying this, understating it, overstating it. I don't know. I'm not a numbers guy. But there were over 100 booths set up in this expo. It was kind of like a gun show with preparedness stuff and people. And the vast majority of those booths sold those square buckets of food, freeze-dried food, kind of like you can get at Walmart for 58 to 60, $70. Except these were significantly more. How come that is? How come you go to a gun show and the prices are higher? You go to a preparedness expo and it seems to me the prices are higher. But anyway, lots and lots of tables were selling buckets of food. There were lots and lots of people selling big Berkeys, which everyone should probably have a big Berkey. It's not something you need right away, but something you could use. And then there were a lot of people selling heirloom seeds in various forms. The coolest form I saw was somebody selling them packed in a ammo can. I thought that was pretty cool, ready to bury. Um, but these people came in, the customers, if you will, the expo goers, and they walked around and they didn't buy that much stuff. I was watching the tables and I talked to a lot of the vendors, and the one vendor who was pretty cool, and I should probably dig his card out of my bag over there and tell you what his name is, maybe later. But the one vendor who did the best, I think, was a guy who had these rucksacks. It looked like about a 3-day ruck, and the rucksack was full of freeze-dried pouches of food, kind of like Mountain House, but not really, and had a water filter in it, and some little knickknacks like a flashlight and a radio. And he was selling these things for, like, I don't know, 200, 150 bucks, something like that. He sold all of these rucksacks, every single one. People came in, bought it, and moved out. Bag of chow. All right, you're ready to survive what's coming. I saw a lot of other people buying one or two things, like one bucket of food, which supposedly fed, like one person for 4 days, or 3 people for 1 day, or, something like that, something along those lines. And I talked to a lot of people, a lot of customers, a lot of convention goers, and wow, I hope they're not you. um, it seems to me, and I talked to a couple other people about this who I don't want to mention their names, but relatively famous people in the YouTube survival preparedness realm. It seems to me that what Americans, at least the guys going to this show, and I think it probably holds true, what Americans want to do is spend money. They don't want to get prepared. They want to buy prepared. Is that you? Man, I hope not. I really hope that's not you. Just throw money at it and call it good. But I saw a lot of that. I saw one booth where they actually offered to go plant a garden and tend it for people in the local area, and they had takers. They had takers. Please come plant my garden and take care of it and give me the food. I'll pay you for it. Man, that's sick. Not on the people doing it. That's good business sense. That's just sick on the people who pay somebody to come garden for them. It's just, man, I remember a guy who used to bug me for elderberry jam. Oh, when you make me some elderberry jam, when you make some elderberry jam, I'll buy it from you. I said, man, I'll teach you how to do it. Didn't want to learn, just wanted to buy it. One of these days, you're not going to be able to buy what you want. So it got me thinking about today's video, and I think what I'm going to do is give you guys things to do, and hopefully you've already done some of these things, especially the first couple of videos that I do, do these things, because it seems to me that, it's perfectly fine. You are perfectly capable of going and getting fit, but it's amazing the number of people who hire a personal trainer to get them fit. Or you are perfectly capable of cooking, preparing healthy meals, and eating right, and yet people hire personal cooks so that they can lose weight. Come on, are you kidding me? Man, just go do it. Do it yourself. But I'm going to give you some things to do. And the first couple that I give you in this video today are relatively simple. And man, if you have not started doing these things, you need to get on it. We're running out of time, right? I'm not going to beat the doomsayer drum, but man, we don't have much time. And the first thing I want to talk about is fitness. You need to get fit. And the first way you need to get fit is with the Word, with the Most High. You need to get spiritually fit. You need to get right with our Father. He wrote this book right here. It's an instruction manual for life. He wrote it for you, and you really ought to read it. And when I say you ought to read it, you should read this every day. Every day you should be in this Word, and you should be reading it, and you should be praying, Father, what do you want me to get from this? If you would just do that, you would be so much better off. Because, quite frankly, and this isn't really a religious YouTube channel, but here's the reality. If you're not right with the Most High, all the physical preps you do in the world are not going to help you in the long run. When does eternity start? Doesn't start when you die. Eternity has already started. You're living in eternity right now. The choices you make right now have ramifications forever. So I encourage you to get right with the Lord. If you need help on that, write me an email. I'll give you some suggestions. The number two thing, and it's related, it's still fitness, is physical fitness. Man, you got to be fit. I could not believe the number of just obese people I saw walking around a Preparedness Expo. I mean, are you kidding me? What do you think you're going to do when the balloon goes up and you can't walk across the parking lot with a pail of food in your hand? I saw a lot of people huffing and puffing carrying about a, 35-pound pail of freeze-dried food. Wow. You know what? You can get fit cheap. You can get fit without spending a whole lot of money. There's a lot of videos out there. There's a lot of just common sense, but here it is. Eat right and exercise. Wow. Twinkies are bad for you. Pizza's bad for you. Ice cream and cake is bad for you. What'd Sam Kinison say, who was, not a believer? Something like, eating cake doesn't make you fat. Eating the entire cake makes you fat. Yeah, there's truth to that. Get fit. If you just can't take care of your body, if you can't move your body from point A to point B under stress, you're hurting. You are hurting in an emergency, in a bad situation. Get your heart rate up. What do they say? 80% a maximum, something like 120 beats per minute. Get it up to 120 beats per minute. Keep it there for 20 minutes. Doesn't matter how you do it. Doesn't matter. Just get it up there and keep it up there for 20 minutes, 120 beats per minute. And do that 4 or 5 times a week, and you'll get fit. Yes, you should have strength. You should have flexibility. You should have endurance. You should have, short speed. What's that? Plyometric, whatever that word is. You should be able to jump, move fast. Yeah, you should have all that. But right now, if you're not fit, just start doing something. Start walking, start running, start lifting weights. Do something. Do something every day. It doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. You do not have to hire a personal trainer. It will pay off huge rewards in an emergency when you've got to lift something, carry something, run over there, help somebody else run over there. Get fit. Get spiritually fit. Get physically fit. Here's the next thing you need to do. You need not spend thousands of dollars for food. You need not spend $100 to buy your 4-day survival ration. I mean, really? Are you kidding me? Go to the grocery store, buy a whole bunch of, Dinny Moore stew or Progresso soup and a couple sacks of rice, Just go buy some regular food and put it away. It'll last forever. Right now in my house, which I'm not in my house right now, but right now in my house, we have a box of Ritz crackers in our little Lazy Susan. There's probably a tube and a half gone. And I guarantee you that box is 2 years old. We're eating Ritz crackers that are 2 years old. Do you know how we store them specially for survival? we throw them on a shelf. I mean, just go buy food at your grocery store, regular shelf food, not stuff in the refrigerator, and get some. Get about 6 months worth at a minimum. If you just do that, that doesn't cost a whole lot of money to buy 6 months worth of just plain old food. Costs significantly less than an AR. If you would just do that, you would be so much better off. Your family would be so much better off. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Go buy some chow. Get some food in your house. Have something ready to go. If you want to throw it in a rucksack and call it your cool emergency escape, food package, hey, good for you. Do that. I don't care what you keep it in. Go buy some food. Go start getting physically fit and start getting spiritually fit. And even if you are right with the Father, and I know, you can get more right. Stay in that Word. Stay in your Bible, as my good friend Zach says. Read your Bible, is what he says. newtutora.com. You should check him out. All right. I'll see you out there.